With a Miami Dolphin, Miami Dolphin, Miami Dolphins #1.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Martha, my question to you would be if it was both of you. Both you and Maria? Okay. Give me one moment.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And his first look is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Allen. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he is going to be out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, and they will fail to convert here on 4th down. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A beautiful fake. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Buffalo defense. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Allen to throw once more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. We'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman from 21 yards away. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Allen will They'll try to throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something in that neighborhood.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play in the...
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. In motion, the tight end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw here is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On play action, here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to lose yardage. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. John Mechie, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Cook up the gut. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. He's into space past the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer, 35 yards. And the Bills take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
They'll look to throw. Allen going to run with it. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw something.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Throwing on second and long. Allen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's now third down and 1.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Allen in the offense staying put. They'll go for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's second and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That is caught. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll run. Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Able to avoid him at the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Look at the big man rumble. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Reggie Gilliam taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And it's intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. Option play. Here's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's 4th down.
One final try here for Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
Here's Allen. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
That was a really nice play. He was able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
13 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
It's a pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Again, it's Achane.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They'll run for it with Achane.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Gordon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
Here we go. A big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Miami, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.